Hey guys, so today we are going to be reviewing the all-raved, all-loved Sophdoesnails X Makeup Revolution palette. I mentioned this in my previous Holy Grails video. Honestly, I do love this palette to begin with. It is £10 for 24 eyeshadows, which is just an amazing price for such a pigmented, lovely product that Soph, you can tell, has really put her time into. And we're just going to review it. I've had this for a long time, so I can give an in-depth kind of review rather than a testing video. This is just going to be a review of the product. I'll be creating this eye look with this palette, so if you want to see that as well, keep on watching. So this palette is a kind of nude colour, which means it gets dirty quite fast, which is a critique from me, but I know she explained in her video that she doesn't really mind that, and personally it doesn't bother me. It's just a little critique that I can into. However, it is a massive palette. 24 eyeshadows, £10 is insane, and it comes with a massive mirror, like, damn. And the shade range is just perfect. I think Sophie's really hit the nail on the head here. She's got a black and a white, which are just essential to eyeshadow palettes, like essential. And then the other shades, I think you can create some kind of warm tone looks with, a few cool tone looks, a neutral look, a dark look. Anything you really want to create can come with this palette. It's amazing for traveling or beginner makeup artists who want to kind of experiment with any type of look but don't want to spend too much. So anyone who's beginners to makeup and don't have a massive budget, this is really a great palette for you. I know mine looks a little crushed, but it also does come with an insert of all the names of the shades, which I think is lovely because Makeup Revolution don't usually do this, but Sophie's explained the reasons behind all of these names in her release video, which I just think is really thoughtful and extra of her and shows she's really put time into this product, which is definitely important. So I'm going to swatch a few shades, matte and shimmer, and really show you the kind of extent of this palette. So I'm going to first swatch the white because I think the white is essential in any palette. Then I'm going to swatch this mustardy shade because it's one of my favourites. Then I'm going to swatch this kind of bronzy shade. Then I'm going to swatch this red because reds are hard to do in palettes, I know, because of like the pigments apparently. So obviously, as you can see, the shimmers are far more pigmented than the mattes, but that doesn't bother me because that comes with pretty much any palette out there. That white is just an amazing true white, perfect for kind of like a dusty white look. The other mattes are quite pigmented. Obviously, they're not the most pigmented, but you are buying a drugstore product. They are still amazing for the price. I'm then going to swatch this Mug Cakes, I think it's called. This matte, brown as well, and then the black, because the black is very important in a palette. So just to show you, obviously they are a little chalky and there is a bit of kickback, but not much fallout from the shimmers. Honestly, I personally don't mind kickback. It's obviously going to happen from a pigmented palette. I just think the shade range and the colours and the pigmentation for a drugstore palette is really amazing and well thought out, and that black is a definitely true black. You can use kind of smoke to blend. I've also stated before that I personally think the colours are buildable in this palette, meaning you don't just apply one light, don't just dab it in, apply it on your lids, and you can't blend it because it's so pigmented. It's buildable and workable with, and I just honestly think it's an amazing palette, really worth the money. If anyone wants to kind of experiment with the shade range or just kind of get into makeup without spending too much money, this is amazing. And that's basically all I have to say about it. So guys, we're going to now head straight into the eye makeup tutorial to create this look. So if you want to see that, keep on watching. If you're leaving here, thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys soon. So guys, we are just going to jump straight into the eyeshadow look now and create something cool. I might go with a warm tone because I have a golden highlighter on today. I think I'm going to start with this colour here called Pancakes as a transition shade. And I'm just going to run this through my crease, over the lid, just kind of get that transition colour in there. I just think this is a great colour, just kind of mattify and even out the lids before we apply the main bulk of colour. Ignore my spots, my skin is awful and it's been going through I don't know, recently. Then, from this palette, I am going to take Iced Coffee, which is this one here, and again just build with that on the transition front, just really kind of create a subtle blend of light browns so we have a transition. Then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques, it's lost its name, I think this is a shading brush, just looks like that. And then I'm going to take the colour Cloudberry, which is that one there, that kind of kind of orangey peachy colour. I think this is gorgeous. There is a bit of kickback, but honestly for such a pigmented palette that is obviously expected, and it doesn't really like bother me that much. So I'm just going to apply this kind of like the inner to mid lid. I love how these colours are buildable, meaning that, you know, it doesn't give you striking unblendable pigment straight away. You can really build on the level of pigmentation you want. And then I'm going to run my brush through Peaches and Cup of Tea and kind of apply this to blend out to the outer lid but not into the crease. Once that's applied and we have a really warm kind of orangey peachy base, I'm going to then go into the crease. For that I'm going to take my favourite Real Techniques Essential Crease brush. This is amazing. It's small enough but fluffy enough just to really get that crease blended, looking gorgeous. I love it. So I think I'm going to take the shade mixture of Pumpkin and Danger and kind of just warm up the crease a little. It's just amazingly blendable colours that work so well together. I just think it's a very cohesive, beautiful palette that's really worth £10, like for the drugstore. That is amazing, just a great price. Okay, so now that crease is warmed up a bit, I want to deepen it. I want to make it poppin'. So next, to darken up that crease, I'm going to take the shade Mug Cake, which is just a really warm toned chocolatey brown compared to this here, which is a bit more cool / neutral toned. Just going to dab that and just blend that into the crease more, just to really, sorry about the lighting change, just to really deepen up that crease, make it look stunning. Take that on the other side. And then I'm going to go back in with this brush and kind of go under my eye before we apply a shimmer shade to the lid. And for under my eye, I'm just going to go in with Pumpkin and Danger and then a bit of Mug Cake on the outer under eye just to kind of deepen it. So Pumpkin, Danger, and like run this under my eye completely. And go back in with Mug Cake. And that's going to really deepen and shade the under eye. So I'm going to go back in with the very first brush that we used, which was the Deluxe Crease brush, and just make sure it's fully blended seamlessly. Now that's done, we're going to apply shimmer shade to the centre of the lid just to kind of like make it pop. And I think for this look I'm going to go in with either Sparks Fly or Copper Coin. So I'm going to either go with that one or that one. I think we're going to go in with Copper Coin because I don't want to like make it too goldy, but we'll see how Copper Coin applies. Just going to use my finger. But pigmentation is everything. Now, I don't think it just peps up the look enough. I think it's gorgeous, but I might just apply a bit of Sparks Fly to the inner corner area. Yeah, that works. Just going to blend that with my finger. I think that's gorgeous. Then I'm going to take my shading brush, get a mixture of Copper Coin and Sparks Fly, and pop that on my very inner corner. Then I'm going to take Fairy Lights, which is this shade here. Pop this on my inner corner. And Brow Bone. This is just such a pigmented, lovely inner corner and brow highlight shade. And then finally, just for final touches, I'm going to go back in with my central crease brush and just blend those shimmers in a little. So if you blend with a brush, they do kind of fade, but not so much. I think they just leave a gorgeous shimmer behind, and you can create a lovely, lovely look with this palette. This is not the only look you can create. Stephanie Tom / Coco Chic blog made an amazing one. Soph herself made an amazing one. Honestly, there's such a versatile palette. I can't recommend it enough. I'm going to add some mascara and lips, and then we'll be done. Okay, so guys, that's the end of the video. I actually don't know how much I'm loving this colour with this eye look, but to be honest, we're going to work with it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review of the Sophdoesnails palette. I love her YouTube channel. I love Makeup Revolution. I think their makeup is so lovely and so affordable, and I think she can create some amazing looks. So definitely go check out her YouTube channel. I will leave it linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like and a comment. Anything you want to see in the future, let me know. Thank you. Bye.